Hey everybody, welcome back to 14 Rings and NFC East podcast. I'm your host Lucas with Mount Maurice and Earl. And guys, we are 1 week out from our live YouTube special fantasy draft. For those that haven't heard yet, I do want to remind everybody that next Tuesday evening at 7 p.m., actually a little bit before then, but our live draft starts at 7 p.m. Make sure that you're here. We'll have Dan, we'll have Cheese on, we'll have all of us on. I don't think Kyle's coming on, right, Mal? Kyle's not going to.
No.
But Becca will be live drafting from her spot too. So we'll have everybody doing live draft. No auto draft. Nobody likes that. And just make sure you subscribe, and share. You know, we're going to have this up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Our first live draft episode. Now, our first ever video. No, we didn't do it live first time. We just recorded it video first time. That was the first time we ever did video. Yeah. So anyway, week 2 of the preseason is over, and we have some juicy storylines. And it seems appropriate that we talk to the team that start with the team that actually had the only trade in the division during the week.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Maurice.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks with trades.
Mm-hmm.
How about
that?
It
doesn't sound like you guys are done yet either.
No, we're not. Maybe. But yeah, second week in a row, Howie Roseman made a trade. This time it was for a receiver, which is kind of shocking in itself because after the first preseason game, it looked like we had some good depth at the receiver position. But the Eagles did send Harrison Bryant, tight end, and a 5th-round pick to the Houston Texans for John Mechie and a 6th-round pick. So basically, they swapped the picks, the 2 late-round picks that they used for the C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade earlier in the season. So they basically just reversed that. So basically, where does this put our receiver depth at? Right now, I would say it's still Dotson. Right now, Mechie's a 4th. I do like the skill set of John Mechie. He's a really good slot receiver. Had some tough breaks early on in his career. He was diagnosed with leukemia, tore an ACL. So he's coming back from all of that, and he's now on a team with his buddy from Alabama, Devontae Smith. Mm-hmm. So, new horizons for Mechie. We're going to see what type of production he gives. Like I mentioned many times before, our offensive side is really deep. We got 2 star receivers. We got a tight end. We got a star running back. How much production he's going to give us, I don't know. Especially if he's fighting for receiver 3 with Dotson. Doesn't look good for Anaya Smith or Johnny Wilson.
Let's be clear, it's Anaya Smith. It's Johnny Wilson's making the team. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm putting that energy
out there. All right, noted.
If I'm wrong, I will eat crow.
No,
deep fried.
Deep fried.
You eat some crow with Major Tutty sauce over something.
Extra bacon jam.
Bacon, yeah,
okay. All right. Well, the mood's already ruined. Thank you.
All right. One of the receivers from week 1, preseason week 1, Darius Cooper, didn't have a great showing. Now, that had a lot to do with the quarterback play. I'll get into that in a second. But right now, it's going to be a log jam to see who wins that receiver spots, because I think they're only going to carry 5, maybe 6 receivers. So it's going to be a log jam there. Someone's going to be available for any team to pick up. So we will see about that. But I like the talent of Mechie. Only more talent for the offense. Good trade overall. Like it. All right, so let's get into the preseason game. Eagles-Browns, they lose 22-13. Where can I go? Where can I start with this game? Terrible quarterback play. Tanner McKee did not play.
I thought you were going to talk about Dylan Gabriel, not Tanner. Okay, when you said terrible quarterback play.
Both from our side. But Dylan Gabriel looked okay. Mind you, he's going against our second-string players. But
I mean, 2 turnovers against second-string players.
Yeah,
come on now.
He had a pick 6.
And a fumble.
Both of them was recovered by Earl's guy. Earl wanted them, Andrew Mkuba. He was he took a pick 6. He took an interception to the house for a pick 6. And he also had the fumble recovery. He looked good in his first game. Actually,
Lost the game.
and speaking of Makuba, he actually got hurt again today. I think he
God dang.
something wrong with his hamstring. Set out preseason game today. No,
Hope he's
training
all right.
camp today.
I was gonna say, I don't think there's any games today.
No. The camp.
Yeah.
But Dylan Gabriel, we will see. I think they already named Flacco the starting quarterback for them.
I don't like the comments that he made.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
The comments that he made. You know, there's computer entertainers. He tried to walk it back, but we all know.
Yeah.
We all
He took a shot.
It was a little shot. It was a little jab.
Yeah.
But hey, that's competition. More motivation for Shador. I'm rooting for Shador.
Same.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him too. So back to the Eagle side. So our quarterbacks were Kyle McCord and Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Both of them look like garbage juice. I don't never want to see them in a regular season game as our quarterback. Combined, they passed for 55 yards.
Well, what happened to all the Tanner McKee love that you had last week, Maurice?
He didn't play. They said him.
Hold up. I thought you said it was Tanner McKee and...
No, Kyle McCord.
No, you said...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Kyle McCord and Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Yeah.
They set out their backup quarterback. I don't know why. Why not give them the experience? But whatever, man. They got to give the guys a shot.
Earl got a question.
What's up, Earl?
Do you think McKee's going to be QB2?
Oh, yeah, for sure. If he doesn't get traded. For sure. He's the quarterback behind Jalen Hurts. Absolutely. Not for nothing, Jalen Hurts has missed at least one game every year he's played as a starter. So it's good to have some sort of backup quarterback that can actually play and produce. I know Earl's probably going to talk about his backup quarterback shortly. But you still need a good backup quarterback in the NFL today. Yeah, your chances of being successful long term with a backup quarterback are a lot slimmer, but you're next man up. That's what they say, right? Next man up. Not really much else from the Eagles in this game. Like I mentioned, Andrew Makuba was the player of the game. Nobody else really shined. At least on the offensive end. Anaya Smith did have a touchdown catch. Jai Campbell had a sack. Ojolari had a sack. That's really it for the game. We got one more left this Friday night against the Jets. We will see how that goes. Hopefully some other of the young players shine. But right now on the team, the Eagles is ramping up for week 1. So with that, any questions?
Nah, man. I think, look, you guys are clearly a contender. You guys got even better with your wide receiver depth.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you guys could definitely afford to give up a tight end. So, I got nothing, man.
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, who's next? Earl?
That would be Earl, and as the Jerry world turns.
Oh, man.
I'm going to start out with the Dallas Cowboy team news. The Dallas Cowboys signed cornerback Michael Ojemedia from the DC Defenders, and they decided to waive injured cornerback Bruce Harmon to add him into the roster spot. He played former player in the NFL as well as just making his return back to the NFL. Eberflus kind of knows him, so we'll see how he does in the final preseason game against the Falcons on Friday, as well as seeing how he does in training camp this week. The next news I have is that wide receiver Jonathan Mingo suffered a PCL injury and will miss about 4 to 6 weeks. That's a big blow, especially with him trying to make a roster spot, but he'll start out on the IR and hopefully be able to make a strong comeback. Mingo, he really did his thing in training camp, so it'll definitely be a big blow. So we'll see how Jalen Tolbert, Jalen Brooks, Ryan Flournoy, and Trayshawn Holden, we'll see who can get that wide receiver 3, 4, and 5 spot. Other news, I'm come to the terms that Micah might not play week 1. Charlotte Jones decided to bring news to them saying they haven't gotten anything done yet. which I was kind of had a feeling about. So we'll just see the determination if a deal will get done, but more than likely he might miss week 1 against the Eagles. So hopefully that's a wake-up call. And then the final news I have is go ahead.
I have a question regarding the Micah situation.
May have an answer.
Okay. If you were in charge, and let's just, or obviously if you were in charge, you would pay him, but like, let's just say, when do you think, as somebody that follows the team, that it gets to the point where it becomes untenable, and either you trade Micah during the season, or before, during, or after the season, or what do you do? When does that happen?
Well, honestly, if I was in the situation of GM, I probably would have already gotten a deal done.
Yeah. I'm just saying, as an outsider now, when do you think a trade is actually going to possibly happen?
Well, you got to see what Micah's cost is. I heard rumors that the Packers was going to ship 2 first-rounders, a second-rounder, and then another late-round pick. And Steven and Jerry declined it. So I think they really are trying to do a deal. But at the same time, with everything in the publicity, it's kind of...
Well, I have no doubt that they want a deal done. I think the point is that Micah doesn't want to be there anymore, and I don't think Micah's that guy that you can buy over with money.
I don't know if he wants to be there. If he didn't want to be there, he wouldn't have showed up for training camp. But I also know it's a money situation, and he still had put on his jersey. So that does show that he does have some strong representation that want to be in Dallas. But it's a situation that is occurring that with how Jerry does with his contracts, it's a publicity thing, but also you smear your star players in the campaigning side of it, which isn't right. I'm just to the point now, a deal will get done, but I don't know when the deal will get done. So I'm just going to let it play its course. I'm tired of wasting energy on it. I'm to the point, hashtags 877 pay Micah now. And I'm going to continue to just get the A. And if I got to be a necromancer to bring it together.
The fact that they're fielding calls, and I did see a report that they're looking for 2 firsts, a second, and a young player in return as well. Which is fair. I think it's fair for one of the best defensive players in the league. And he's still young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just to the point now, even if they were to try to trade this player, you probably won't see another player like this again, especially with you. Honestly, Micah falling to you where it was a lightning in the bottle, and yet you still want to get rid of the lightning that's in the bottle. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm to the point now, week 1, he may not play.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to my last team news. I got a chance to peep the America's Team documentary. I'm halfway through it, and I muted Jerry's parts and just kind of let it play out. But just hearing the players' perspectives it got me a chance to see more of it, because when they won their Super Bowls, I was just a young lad. So just being able to see it now, see how it orchestrated, how it was designed. Jerry, you got the credit. Jimmy got the credit. The whole team, organization got the credit. I'm just to the point now into it. Jerry, you put all your chips at the table. But I think you have one more chip left. And if you are a betting man, which you say in your documentary, why don't you throw that last chip in there and see what else you got left? I know it's been 30 plus years, haven't sniffed the championship game. But maybe that one chip you've been hiding in your back pocket, throw it out there. See what happens. I'm done with team news. Let me get to this preseason game.
Okay.
Dallas Cowboys played the Baltimore Ravens. They lost 31-13 in the preseason game where the offense is still a mystery. And I also know that Shoddy has said preseason is going to be vanilla. He's to his word, or I think it's more of Steven and Jerry's word. It's just, I need to see more development in the running back room. Really didn't see it. Miles Sanders, I think he has some trouble with his vision because there was a play after watching the film, hit the wrong gap. Easy could have had a large gain, pathway open. Like any of us would have ran through that for 20 yards if we could. But I don't know. Maybe it's just with him being his first time getting some snaps and just not seeing the hole. But it was one that he could have had a big play on. And yeah, I think he might have some vision issues. Phil Maffa, he didn't get a couple of snaps. Did some pretty good pass blocking. Same with Deuce. I don't know what they're going to do with this running back room. There's one to the point where I think we may have 3 running backs. I think we should have 4. But 2 running backs are going to be the odd people out. But Joe Milton, I think I've seen enough of Joe Milton to the point that I really want to see what real Will Grier has. And I just found out that Joe Milton is going to start in the final preseason game. So
they're really trying to find somebody to replace Dak. That's what it feels like.
Well, it failed with the Lance situation. You just need to look to see who's going to be your backup. Because with this little plan that you're doing, you're not giving a fair share to see what other players got really good value through this preseason, because it's kind of a showcase for the quarterback, which isn't right. At the same time, Will Grier, like, you can't just say, well, just have some Gatorade, you won't be playing. Compete. I need to see what Will Grier can do with the reps at the beginning of the game instead of it being garbage time at the end of the game. And yeah, it's just not right to what's taking place, and it really got a lot of players to play. The bright side to the game, I really like what the defense did. I really enjoyed the linebacker play. Damone Clark, he had some solid plays. Sam Borden, he had some plays. Leofile did the same as well. It just seemed like the linebackers was hitting the ground running strong, and I was really excited to see that. The downside is we really got to figure out this nose tackle situation. I understand they want to have Jay Toya out there playing. He's a big body. He can get upfield if he wants to, but at the same time, you got to have that veteran presence. And with the amount of heat that Mozzie's taking, especially with how his progression is, dude's going in his 3rd year. Let him progress. Like, I've seen other D tackles in their 3rd year do some things. One, for example, Dexter Lawrence. He didn't start out red hot. It took him about 3 years for him to get into his man body and go out there and ball out. You just got to give Mozzie a chance. Like, ease on some of the criticism and allow him to progress. Because his tape last year wasn't that bad. It was just sometimes he was blown off the ball. Sometimes he hustled more than the other players on the defense, if you watch the film. But at the same time, it was just kind of the same vanilla stuff that I saw from the first preseason game. They gave up 31 in that game. They gave up 31 in this game. We play against the Falcons on Friday. And also, my bad, forgot one news. Jadon Blue got cleared to go back to practice.
Hey.
He practiced today. And he's going to make his preseason debut on Friday. But with that being said, it's coming to a close with the preseason, and I really hope I get a chance to see some other guys progress and see what their value is on the team, especially with the roster going from 90 to 53. I digress.
All right, Mal, what's going on in the Meadowlands?
Yeah, so obviously no trades, not any drama. Everyone's paid, everyone's showing up, which is great. Main news is there was a lot of talk about potentially trading Jameis Winston, but assistant GM Brandon Brown basically squashed that today, saying like he was appreciated that people were interested, but he's going to be a Giant. They love his leadership. It's never a bad thing. And, you know, like we've had such bad luck with quarterbacks, I think it would just be a really bad idea to get rid of our quarterback depth. So I'm glad he's sticking around.
So what you're saying is you want all 4 quarterbacks because you want all that depth. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, cool.
10-4.
Yeah, Tommy DeVito, QB4.
Nah, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do, but it's good. Another good thing, Andrew Thomas was activated off of the PUP list today, so he's on track to come back week 1, which is great news. We need him. And Cam Scattaboo and Malik Neighbors returned to practice today. Cam Scattaboo in more team drills. Malik Neighbors did more work on the side, but whatever. Good start. Dable hinted that we're probably not going to play any starters this week against the Patriots on Thursday, which, whatever, sounds good. We'll go from there. And the biggest piece of team news is that the beat was being a little sus today with their reporting of the quarterback situation, so people are speculating that they want to get Jackson Dart in there sooner rather than later. I'm assuming in a place if Russell Wilson is not performing, but we'll see. Dable stays saying that Russ is the starter, so I guess we'll see what happens week to week.
I was about to say, so is Jackson Dart QB2 then? Is that what we're saying?
That hasn't been determined.
Well, that would be a clear indicator. If they did move away from Jameis Winston, that would mean that Dart is number 2. I'm sticking to what I said before the draft. He shouldn't play at all this season unless the season is completely out of control by the end, but
or there's a major injury in the quarterback line.
That too. But from everything I'm hearing, Russell Wilson is really becoming a leader or a captain of that team.
Yeah.
And they really respect him. So more power to him. Wish him the best.
Yeah. Bless up. Let's ride, as he says. So let's ride into the preseason game.
Goodness.
Giants-Jets, which caused stupid drama because it's the same stupid people in the state that we live next to that are just But anyway, so it's like a preseason game every year. But anyway, Giants win the Snoopy Bowl 31-12. Pretty good showing for everyone on the Giants. Bo Collins, Notre Dame guy, 80-yard receiving touchdown from Russell Wilson.
There you go.
Beautiful. Haven't seen a long pass like that in a while. Jackson Dart, another great performance. 14 for 16, 137 yards, 1 throwing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. Kid's got it. He is confident. He's not scared. He talks well to the media. I'm liking the pick so far, but we're in the early stages, so it's more to come. Giants basically dominated every facet of this game. Besides the running game, the Jets did take that. The run defense wasn't too good, so that's going to have to be addressed. Granted, I think the Jets have some really nice running back depth, so we'll see where that goes. Turbo Miller, he's got to make the team.
He's got to. Running back
gotta
3.
Make the team.
Running back 3.
Yeah, got to make the team. Eric Gray got to go. And at this point, I don't know what they see in Singletary. I really don't. But whatever. We'll see. But all I know is Turbo got to make the team. Abdul Carter started harassing the Jets and their fans. He's starting early. But, it's all... that's never going to change. Little brother, big brother.
Didn't he get laid?
He got, a chip block. He got chip blocked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he came for them, and that fan base can...
Mm-hmm.
So, they've been chirping for the past week. Let's move on. But yeah, that's all I got. Any questions, comments, concerns?
No, I just...
Go ahead, Earl.
Yeah.
With your running back situation, not sure what's happening with Singletary, but could you see your depth chart having 4 running backs?
Not if Lucas wants 4 quarterbacks.
I mean, you could just have 5 wide receivers. It's not like you have 6 quality wide receivers without Bryce Ford Wheaton. I'm just saying.
But if people get hurt, I don't think I would rather more wide receivers than anything else. But yeah, no, I mean, I could, Earl. It depends. But I definitely think that Turbo has to make the team. If that comes at a sacrifice of someone else, then by all means. But he's gotta.
Who would be your best 3?
Probably Tyrone Tracy, Turbo, and I'd put Singletary in there.
So you would wait. You would not have you have Singletary ahead of Scattaboo right now.
Oh, I forgot about Cam. No, never mind.
Okay.
Get Singletary out.
Okay.
I forgot because Because he hasn't played in the past 2 games, so I totally forgot about that. But yes. Yeah, I would. So there you go. Cam, Turbo, Tyrone Tracy.
Could you see Scatterbo being a fullback for you guys?
They had someone else at fullback, DJ Davidson.
Okay.
I believe that's who it was. 'Cause I can't remember. Hold on. Let me just clarify real quick because I didn't get to watch the game in full because I was working.
Gotcha.
Let's see. But yes, I definitely probably... Oh, Elijah Chapman, our defensive tackle. He played fullback.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it was interesting. Dable likes his toughness, so very physical. I mean, whatever. But yeah, I could see that, Earl.
Cool.
All right, and on that note, we're going to go to the Washington Commanders now. That's me. Let's get into the news first. Transactionally, we did sign veteran safety Dan Worley. I like the pickup, West Virginia alumni there. And just, good camp body, maybe could make the 50-man 3. We'll see. We'll see. Besides that, the rest of the transactions were camp bodies, except we did sign veteran tackle George Font today, which I think is important because I think, that kind of signals to me that maybe Sam Cosmi might not be ready by week 1, which is fine. That having him ready for week 1 was a stretch anyway. So, just adding a little bit more depth on that line makes sense. George Font's been in the league for a good handful of years now, savvy veteran. Not been playing too many snaps as of late, but, can definitely play a little bit here and there. And Adam Schefter has reported that there has been no change on the front of Terry McLaurin and the Commanders. However, there is optimism from the Commander side that a deal can get done before the week 1, and they have elevated him off of the PUP list, so he is starting to do on-field conditioning now during training camp to get ready to play week 1. I suspect that somebody's going to break. I don't know who, but I don't. This does not feel like this. There's not a lot of animosity here. It doesn't feel like. I know he asked for a trade, but it doesn't feel like that. Felt more like a trade, contract tactic than an actual. You still see him talking to people in the front office. There's consistent dialogue, so I'm not worried about that. Now, to get to the preseason game, one of the Jaden Daniels' first real breakout game was against the Bengals. He played in this game, played 1 drive, basically handed off the ball a few times. Chris Rodriguez had a great game as a result of that. He got a 40-yard rush on that one handoff from Jaden. Offensive line looks fantastic, by the way. Despite not starting 3 starters, our offensive line looks good. I like that. Chris Rodriguez looks thinner, looks in better in shape, which brings me up, forgot to mention, Brian Robinson is officially on the trade block. Teams have, the Commanders are trying to trade him, which means either Chris Rod or Ja'Cory Crosby Merritt, a.k.a. Bill, a.k.a. JCM, is going to be a starter. Him and Chris Rod split time. Actually, JCM got the bulk of the carries in that game. 11 carries for 46 yards, 1 touchdown. Pretty good run from Bill on that one. Just wide open. Fantastic. Jaden Daniels had a rushing touchdown for 14 yards. They tried to tackle him near the 1-yard line. They couldn't. He's gotten bigger. He's gotten stronger.
That wasn't even a tackle. That was like a hug.
Yeah, it was. It was. They just kind of jetted off of him.
They just kind of let it, whatever.
Yeah. Wide receiver wise, the only person that stood out was Jalen Lane, our mid-round pick from this past draft. I suspect we'll probably have 5 or 6 wide receivers. If we do have a 6th one, I suspect, even though he didn't do great in this game, I hope it's Ja'Cory Brooks. I'm not a fan of any of the veterans, as I said last week as well. Running back room, like we said, if Brian Robinson, it sounds like he's either going to get traded or waived. That's where it's at now. It does not sound like he's going to be on the roster. He's in last year of a rookie deal. It'll be, I don't think they're trading him in division. I know the Cowboys might be able to use him, but I don't know. But it's that. Look, he's. I don't even know if he's going to get traded. I don't think people are going to give up enough value for for the Commanders to trade him. He might just get bought out, waived, and that's fine. I hope he does well. No hate. It's a business. I get it. But it also, if they're trying to get rid of, Brian Robinson, they weren't planning on paying him, obviously, next year, which means they're trying to free up more money for Terry. That's another thing that I thought of, too. That I put those puzzle pieces together. Trying to open up a little bit more, having Chris Rod and Merritt still on their rookie deals, that's good to have, too. So, and Jeremy McNichols is not going to cost you that much. So, backup QB-wise, they both look horrible. Sam Hartman looked worse. Sorry, he should not. I mean, I know Jaden Daniels loves him, but he cannot be our, I don't even know if he's worth as Rio said, I don't even know if he's worth a practice squad spot at this point. I would just go with Josh Johnson as our emergency third stringer. That's kind of where I'm at.
Was your heart broken, Lucas?
I think my heart broke when he decided to cut that long hair because it hasn't been the same since. He's like Samson. He's like Samson from the Bible, Not to get not to get biblical here.
So
but
that's the reason why you're taking his hair as your replacement.
Hey, man. Sometimes you do little locks. Sometimes, okay, you gotta let it grow. But no, he's like Samson. He lost his super strength when he cut his hair, his ability to pass the ball in this case.
Or you took it away from him.
Hey, either way, it's not good.
Strength? What?
Super, not super strength. I'm saying like
his aura.
His mediocre passing ability. That's what he lost.
Yeah. It's been taken away. Yes. Anyway, why are you laughing, Mal? That was your guy in college.
Not my problem anymore.
Fair enough.
Yours.
Yeah, well, hopefully not for too much longer. But no, I like Ja'Cory, Crosby, Merritt. I like Chris Rodriguez, and our offensive line is going to make their lives a lot easier. Also, Deebo Samuel won jet sweep for 19 yards. He is not out of shape. He's not old. He's still got it. Granted, I will say the Bengals defense is probably
jet sweep, huh?
I'm pretty sure that was a jet sweep, wasn't it?
You sure? It was running back like on it.
Well, no. He came across the middle, and he went. So, as soon as the ball snapped, he came across the middle between Jaden and the running back, and Jaden handed it off.
In motion?
Yeah, in motion, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's... Look, I'm still learning my football.
You're fine.
Okay, well, I feel like you're judging me, so can you give me the correct terminology, at least?
Are you done?
I'm asking you, Earl. I'm asking you...
Okay. Yeah, if you went in motion, it was a jet sweep.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So.
Why are you messing with me, man? Gosh.
I just wanted to be confident with it.
Oh, my gosh. Anyway. I will say this, that shout out to Mitchell Tinsley. He was on our practice squad for a few years during the Ron Rivera time. Had 2 touchdowns, 73 yards on 5 catches, 6 targets.
He looked good.
Yeah, look, Ron Rivera was not really good evaluator of talent. We all know that. So I'm happy that he's doing well somewhere else. That is what I will say. And that's pretty much all I got. Any questions? Any thoughts? Besides Earl questioning, whether I know what a jet sweep is. Gosh, terrible. Okay. All right. Well, there's no Commanders questions from our mailbag, which I think question. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, Earl. And if this is a major tutty question, I'm just gonna turn around.
That's a shame you think so little of them. All right. So here's the mailbag question. With the whole situation with Brian Robinson Jr. Possibly being traded or waived, would you consider trading him within the division?
I'm assuming you want to know for the Cowboys' sake?
Well, if I traded a receiver for him.
I don't really think we need a receiver.
What's the proposed trade?
Yeah, you do.
What's the proposed trade, Earl?
I feel good about the receiving room outside of Terry.
I would give him Jalen Tolbert and a late round pick for him.
Tolbert's good.
I don't want Tolbert.
Well, I don't know if he's gonna, depending what happens. I think there's a guy that might take his spot, Trayshawn Holden, where we might be pretty stacked in the wide receiver room, where you're not sure what you're gonna do with Robinson, and you got Crosby Merritt there, so What would you think about the trade? For
I'd
that?
honestly
Especially on
just
the
want
thigh.
a slightly higher pick than take Tolbert. Give me like a 6th or 5th round picks. Give me like a 5th round pick, and I'll just give you Brian Robinson.
I'll give you a 6.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, both will be coming off a contract year, so.
give me a 6th and a 7th, and I'll send you a 7th with Brian Robertson.
We'll talk about it.
Okay, all right.
I have a question.
Yeah, Mal, what's up?
What's the status on Major Teddy?
The status is that he is in a very dark place in my heart that he will never escape. Any other serious questions?
Is it on your back?
No. I just had to troll.
Yo,
I'm done.
If he just pops out of my door right there, if the door just slowly creeps open and he's just there and just wait, I think I might jump out my window.
All right, I got a legitimate question,
Okay, thank you.
and I'll start by saying cheap plug. Next week we will be having a live fantasy draft. So I have a fantasy question.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to pick one running back on your team to be the one and only valuable fantasy draft pick, who would it be?
That is a loaded question.
It's not loaded.
I think there's there are two options that you can go with. You can go with Austin Eckler, who made All-Pro second team in returns, right? You could go there. He's also, a receiving option as well. Mm-hmm. Or you can go with Corey, who's going to be a rookie, who's barely played, who took last year of college off. I think I'm going to go with Ja'Cory because, Austin's just not been healthy.
So if you had late in the fantasy draft, you got one running back left. It's JCM, okay?
Yeah, it's JCM. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you doing this just so that you can hurt me next week emotionally?
Just a little scouting. That's all. A little scouting.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna hurt me emotionally. I can feel it coming. All right. Just
In the air tonight.
Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway, so on that note, Earl, I believe it is your time to shine.
Really? Oh boy.
Oh boy, let's go. That's Mouse
All
Balls
right.
talking right there.
Yeah, it is.
Watch your mouth. All right. It's time for Who's That Football Player? A New York Giant. This player in the 2013 season had 2 interceptions for 38 yards and 1 touchdown. The long was 38 yards. 2 pass deflections, 1 fumble recovery for 8 yards, and 77 total tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, 1 QB hit. Maurice and myself, who's that football player?
I got no idea. 2 interceptions.
38 yards, 1 touchdown.
Okay. I don't think.
Yeah, 77 total tackles.
I'm gonna go with a random one. I'm gonna go Tuck. Justin Tuck.
Jason Tuck.
Justin Tuck. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Earl, who you got?
Dun-dun-dun-dun,
I don't like this build up.
dun-dun. Will Hill.
Mal, tell them if they're right or wrong.
It's Will Hill.
I don't know how Earl does it.
That was the most random player I could think of. I couldn't think. He was like an undrafted free agent in 2012.
I don't know how Earl does it.
Well, he's probably gonna get. Well, he'll probably get my trivia question right. But let's go to the poll questions first. I believe there were 2 this week.
Yes, 2. Okay. Eagles poll question. Will the Eagles O-line still be elite this season? Most people said
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another obvious question. With the Dallas Cowboys being valued at $12.8 billion, should owner Jerry Jones sell the team? Yes.
I mean,
Who's gonna vote? Unless you're like,
I mean,
I know who.
if you want to see the Cowboys suffer, you probably gonna vote no. But everybody
Yeah.
else is probably gonna vote yeah.
yeah, that's fair. All right.
And you know what else is crazy?
What else is crazy?
While listening to this documentary, I'm halfway through it. But with how Jerry got the team, everything made sense. Like getting it from Bum Bright and Tex Schramm, like in the presser, his first presser, he was like, I want his job. He was team president and GM. Crazy work. And to the point of it, I honestly don't think Jerry will sell the team. So for that question, like, you just gotta hang in there a little longer.
And wasn't his first move like firing Tom Landry?
It was pretty much Tex Schramm, then it was Landry. They called it the Saturday Night Massacre.
Man.
That's wild.
Like they had a parade for Landry, but it felt like a funeral at the same time.
Damn.
That's wild.
It was a shame.
All right, so now we're going to trivia, Cowboys trivia. I feel like Earl's going to get this, but I tried to be a little bit random here. Which running back holds the highest yards per carry average, minimum of 30 carries, in a single season for the Dallas Cowboys with a 8.9 yards per carry? I'll go with Maurice first. I'll go with Maurice.
It was 30 carries, right?
A minimum of 30 carries. Could be more.
I'm going to go Marion Barber.
Marion Barber. Mal, what about you?
I'm going to say DeMarco Murray.
Okay, and Earl, what do you got?
I'm going to say Felix Jones.
Come on!
Pac-Man.
Come
Look,
on.
man, that dude...
He wasn't even was he ever the RB1?
Split carries.
Yeah, he split carries.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's
Hey,
crazy?
man,
he only played 6 games that season. Had 2.
He was the youngest old dude. He was the youngest player looking like an old dude in the league at that time.
Yeah.
It was insane. The dude had speed and everything. Oh, by the way, even though I got that right, I forgot I had other news from the preseason game against the Ravens. I forgot to shout out Andrew Booth for a pick 6 on Cooper Rush. It was a wacky one. He took it to the house. Give him credit. And Perrion Winfrey did a good job. James Houston did a good job. And Jay Toya, with all the criticism he had a pretty good job as well. So kudos.
Now, Earl, I'm going to put you on the spot because you know so much. Who is the second highest yards per carry with a minimum of 40 yards in a single season?
Like second highest?
Second highest. Yeah, because you know so
It's
much.
a running back?
I will not answer yes or no.
He will not answer yes or no.
I'm going to say Dak.
He loves putting me.
What?
Same. Same.
The second highest.
You know what Lucas looks like right now? He looks like the guy, the producer in the booth from that TV show Deal or No Deal.
I've never actually seen that, but okay.
Wait, Howie?
I had somebody
Howie,
on my
whatever?
job say today that I look like a vampire, so like, I don't even.
Yeah.
Count Lucas.
You like something different every week.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can do a lot of stuff with my hair. Come on, Earl, take a guess. Because I'm sure you'll get it right.
I don't know if I'll get it right. I remember that year potentially out to Tashard Choice.
I'll give you a hint. It wasn't even a running back.
Dak.
Was it Lucky Whitehead?
Lucky? Who the? Okay, what?
Former receiver. He was a speedy receiver.
Okay.
Not even close.
The answer is no. The answer is Roger Staubach.
We were close, Maurice, with Dak.
Yeah,
At least it was a
Roger
quarterback.
had 41
Dodger.
carries for 343 yards and had an average of 8.4 yards per carry.
Hey, legend. Roger the Dodger.
He did that in 71.
Legend. To this day.
That was early times, too.
The next one would have been Troy Aikman.
I can see that too.
With 38 carries, 302 yards at 7.9 yards per carry.
Favorite
And then
quarterback?
Michael Wiley would have been the next running back.
Oh. Short career.
Yeah. But yeah. Hey, at least I got Earl stumped him on the follow-up question. I'll take it.
But it wasn't the
It was not the main question. It was not the main question.
Lucas is leaving with something.
Let's remember.
Leaving with something.
Next.
I'd take what I can get at this point. All right. On that note, who's wrapping things up this week?
Well, I guess it's
Maurice.
All right. We want to thank everybody for listening again to our podcast. These podcasts are zooming by. What are we on 106?
Yeah.
It
106.
ain't gonna be like that next week.
Okay, we will see.
We'll see.
What do you mean we will see? Each team has to draft like 20 some odd players.
No,
Unless they're as slow as molasses, we could have a 2-hour one.
Well, as long as nobody's auto drafting, we'll be okay.
yeah, we'll be okay.
No auto drafts.
Yeah.
You hear that,
Dog.
Becca? I'm talking to you because you want to call me out on Twitter. I'll call you out on the pod.
Tune in next week. One or a couple of us might be crying after we're done drafting. Our teams might not be that good.
I'll be crying.
You might be crying, yeah.
I might be crying.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it'll be all fun.
That's what they say now, Earl. That's what
But I did win Earl's Fantasy Basketball League last year. No, not Earl's, Maurice's.
Who won that? You did?
I did, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Wow.
That was a long time ago.
Here,
All right.
Here.
Thank everybody for listening to another episode of 14 Rings NFC East podcast. Please consider subscribing to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Amazon, and check us out on YouTube, as always, for our solo episodes, extended clips, and other stuff like bloopers.
Oh, okay, fine. Bet.
Period.
Bet.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter or X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok, and also Facebook at 14_Rings Podcast. Until next week, have a good one.
Deuces.
Bye, y'all.
Blessings. Much love.